Because that's not the only way you get to power in Uganda. He needs to know that subsequently, after that event which he refers to in 1986, the year I was born, the president of Uganda has gone ahead to win 7 other elections. Mr. Speaker, how can 8 instances where you become president, one particular incident, the first one, becomes your only reference point? I mean, to the best of my knowledge, Mr. Speaker, I feel that Senator Osotsi may not initially have made an adverse comment, but as he continues now to perpetuate his point, he's actually now trading towards that adverse mentioning.
What's your point of order, Senator Eddy? Give him the mic.
Mr. Speaker, do I go become minority?
Use that one. There's a next mic up next to you. Here, Sifuna inafanya. Wacha nione dispatch. Basi useme kitu ya maana kwa dispatch.
Mr. Speaker, I still want to insist that Senator Cherargei is raising on frivolous point of order, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm on a point of order. This again is still frivolous, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, if you look at the standing order for which my friend Senator Osotsi is being accused of, 101, the word is that standing order does not prohibit you from mentioning any name. It prohibits you from imputing improper motive or mentioning a name adversely. Mentioning a name is not a bad thing. And Mr. Speaker, if you see what the majority has just talked about, he is considering the circumstances. And that is what Senator Osotsi invited us to think. And if you consider, the English word if you consider, then you end up mentioning the name. I don't see what the problem is with that, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, I think that you should rule out Senator Cherargei out of order, not Senator Osotsi, because he's not mentioning these names adversely. He's giving you English word if theory that we used in mathematics classes, Mr. Speaker. He has not implied any improper motive on these individuals. In any case, the majority leader would be out of order for considering those circumstances, Mr. Speaker. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
What's your point of order, Senator Cherargei?
Mr. Speaker, we need...
Senator Sifuna, there is no limitation over how many times you can stand on a point of order. So allow the senator his right.
Mr. Speaker, if my memory serves me right, you have made a ruling towards the matter that I raised on standing 101. Would it be in order, because it looks like we are discussing your ruling, which is unheard of, would it be in order for me to invite you to standing order 122, gross disorderly conduct? A senator commits an act of gross disorderly conduct if the senator defies a ruling or a direction of the speaker or the chairperson of committee. Would it be order? Because the senator of Vihiga has refused to follow your ruling and obey. Is it in order to invite that he should be thrown out for the rest of the sitting, Mr. Speaker?
Senator Cherargei, there is no need to guide the speaker or the chair. I am following closely, and Senator Osotsi has not refused. He's not out of order or disorderly out of order. He was just explaining his submission. Senator Sifuna, Osotsi, please withdraw and then conclude your submission.
Mr. Speaker, you know, I really wanted to have a flowing contribution, but I'm being disrupted every now and then. But I would want to make Senator Cherargei happy, because I know where he's speaking from and where he wants us to go. So for his sake, I will withdraw. But the truth remains that our Kenyans have been tortured in Tanzania and our Kenyans have been tortured in Uganda, Mr. Speaker. That is the truth. That even the person he's trying to protect, he himself said in the public space that Kenyans were tortured in Uganda. So I will withdraw that bit to make him happy so that I can continue with my debate. Mr. Speaker, this issue of custodial torture, it is something that must be dealt with. And one way of dealing with it's having CCTV in public spaces within the police station. But this must be exercised with some caution, Mr. Speaker. I want to support what one member said, that this must be weighed against the data protection rights and principles, so that we don't have a scenario where the rights of prisoners or the rights of even police officers who work there are infringed upon. In some jurisdiction, Mr. Speaker, they put CCTV in police station, but they don't put them in some private places in the police station. For example, I know in the UK, they don't put CCTV in places like bathrooms or even custodial places where prisoners sleep. So I think this motion should be amended so that to say that it should comply with the data protection principles and guidelines, and of course, our data protection law. Mr. Speaker, we have also heard that some of these CCTVs have been interfered with. And you heard in the case of Ojwang, where it was alleged that CCTV footage and images has been interfered with. So I think, even as we talk about having CCTV in police station, we need also to insist that the law in processing this information must be complied with, particularly the law on computer misuse and cybercrime act, which is very clear that if you infringe on data or you manipulate data, then it becomes a criminal offense. That will be important in this case so that to protect data that is being captured by those CCTVs. Mr. Speaker, the other bit, if I go back to the Data Protection Act, is that police stations must now be designated as data controllers and processors for the purpose of ensuring that the data they capture is compliant with the Data Protection Act, particularly Section 8 of that Act, which says that data processors and controllers must promote self-regulations among themselves. I don't know how the police stations will be able to do this, given the conditions of our police station and given the conduct of some police officers. So what I'm proposing is that maybe this bill, this motion, can be amended so that we incorporate in aspects of relevant law, that is the Data Protection Act and the Computer Misuse and Cybercrime Act. This is a good motion, but I think maybe we need to consider maybe converting this motion into a legislation so that it is very clear on what offenses can be enforced on people who violate this installation of CCTV. Still on the installation of CCTV, Mr. Speaker, I think the crime rate in Nairobi has gone up, Mr. Speaker, and a few years back, we had a very big project in this city to put CCTV all over. The project was being undertaken by the Kenyan government and Safaricom. I think at some point, this House, particularly the Committee of Security, should consider this matter and tell this House what exactly happened. That the country spent a lot of money, billions of money, and the system is not working. What happened, Mr. Speaker? These are some of the things, Mr. Speaker, that are going to be a major factor, even as we think about having CCTV in all police stations. We are talking about 1,209 police stations. This is huge amount of data. which requires investment in ICT infrastructure, having servers, having good connectivity, and having routine and continuous maintenance of this infrastructure and management of this infrastructure. So this is not a small project. This is a huge project, and I hope this project is not going to be like the Safaricom Kenya government CCTV project for Nairobi, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I support, and I want to encourage that, moving forward, Mr. Speaker, such important debates.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Eddie Okech.
I want to thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity. I'll actually make very quick comments that are very direct. Mr. Speaker, what we have seen in our police cells is disheartening, dehumanizing, and most importantly, still the dignity of a system of justice that starts with police cells or police custody overly, Mr. Speaker, because the mantra is always that anybody who gets to these police cells, if, for instance, you have not been taken to court, Mr. Speaker, you are innocent until proven guilty, Mr. Speaker. And we have seen people who end up enduring some dehumanizing acts in the hands of police or police custody, Mr. Speaker, to the extent that even if they have not been taken to court, Mr. Speaker, they have been dehumanized. And Mr. Speaker, this is not just in the extent of sometimes killing or brutal killing in the hands of the police, but also sometimes it's also in terms of just being mishandled by inmates in those police cells, Mr. Speaker. So this is one of those motions, Mr. Speaker, that I would say straightforward that it is timely, it is something that is needed. In fact, we are behind, Mr. Speaker, if you compare with some advanced countries that have made strides in terms of how police cells are handled, Mr. Speaker, or generally police institutions are handled, Mr. Speaker. We need this as urgent as possible, Mr. Speaker.